Both teams are ranked, as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. And the Rebels will kick it away to start. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Auburn's offense will take the field first. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing. Tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Got it in the middle, it's Singleton. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, you set it down.
And what's the closest guy to the... It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last part.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside. Defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. From the red zone, looking for a man. Gets it out quickly. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A 70-yard touchdown drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Rebels offense will go to work for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
He'll keep it himself. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. The Rebels want to move quickly.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play,
it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Leaves it with the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The short hands, it's Coleman. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Off the play fake on first down. To throw. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
And they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. He'll do it himself. Across the 45. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Simmons. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Trying play action. Quickly out to the tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Got his man quickly. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grab behind the line, it's Lee. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's picked off. The Heisman contender turns it over. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Most defenses are lucky if you have one good covering corner. Fewer are lucky if you have two. They've got three DBs, three corners that can play at the same time in their nickel package that they feel can go mano-a-mano with anyone in the country. And you saw it on that last play coming with.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Got a man. It's Singleton. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off play action on first down. Makes the grab. It's Ray. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a gap. It's Dupree. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Rebels in the hurry-up.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run.
Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. The inside handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Simmons. He got it. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Rebels had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. The option look. And he never had a chance to get the pitch off on the option as he's tackled in the backfield. They'll immediately call timeout.
I just love the way the defense prepares. Each and every week we see this defense come out. It's like 11 guys, they've got their head in the game, and they're playing as one unit. They knew it was going to be tough facing this option game.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And I think this offensive coordinator is going to be frustrated with his quarterback. You got the lead. You want to get more points. You want to be aggressive, but you cannot put the ball in harm's way near midfield. Now you've given the defense a chance to now go score points and maybe take the lead in this football game.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And that's now their third sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front seven. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat in. Down he goes again. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Couldn't find a man, just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And the Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. Bringing out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to throw on first down. Got a man. It's caught. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Throws to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
Caught near the sticks, it's Simmons. And he's got enough for the first down, and it'll be at the 35. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds. The Rebels will hustle to the line. Looking for a man, it's Simmons. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Watkins. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered.
He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Wants to throw again. The short hands, it's Dupree. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
When we talk to coaches, David, a lot of times we zone out when they say we got to get the ball in the hands of playmakers, except when they get the ball in the hands of playmakers.
And, Reese, I think that's smart, right? Like, get your best players the football and get them to them fast. Let them do the rest.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Running into the open space. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. He'll run it again. Powers through the defender. What's his... The 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some...
There he goes. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there, make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks now back to work. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work with the run on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
That's caught. It's Watkins. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rebels come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Surging forward on the sneak.
Well, he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall there.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. So here comes the Auburn offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They go to the ground. He has the first and still on his feet. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Line gets set, first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Shakes off the defender. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Makes the grab. They will score! Touchdown, Tiger!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
There's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking to throw at Simmons. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Watkins. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Dupree. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Gives it on the option. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. At the 35, he's open. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll give it to him again. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, there's not a lot of mystery what you're going to do on offense at this point of the game. With the lead late, you're just going to lean on your star running back. This is a guy who is going to play on Sundays at the next level. Just keep giving him the football and just let him take this thing over.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Touchdown, Auburn! Fit in the window for the score.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Boise State looks like a legit contender right now. That offense is just having its way. They're up by 21 over Michigan. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Finds the tight end. Still running at the 40. He's loose on the left. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
4 wideouts set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. after the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time he's got it. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking for a crease. It's Dupree. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Rebels.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that one.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Back it up with a pass. Getting the first down. A few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll run it from the gun. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. The quick out. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. They'll try the outside to the left. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
And one of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Nice job by this defense here. They didn't do a good enough job on the last drive, but, man, we got to get to the quarterback, affect him, get him in predictable situations like you did right here now on 3rd and long.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. No fair catches here, looking for room. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Looking downfield is Simmons. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Back to pass. On target to the left. Turning it on. He just brought some serious energy making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Grab near the sticks. It's Wilson. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and give me one more stop.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Can't do it much better than that. Get the kickoff return, take it 98 to the house, and put a touchdown on the board. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not leaving it up to my kicker if I have a choice. I trust my offense. I make the plays I know I can make. I watch the clock, but I stay aggressive.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
No gain on the play. 3rd down coming.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. To the air, it's Simmons. Under fire. He's taking the deep shot. He's got it down the right side. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds, and now the offense trying to score one late. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He uncorks one deep. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game.
Pass interference. Offense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And, man, this is a tough spot to be in as this offense. And the defense is so deep, and you wonder if that's why they threw the ball underneath. But, golly, with the clock where it is, you have to get somewhere down the field to give yourself a chance, an opportunity.
Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Paul. We're like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
Caught in the backfield, it's Lee. And just a short and safe pass play, they pick up a few. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Leaves it with the running back. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Just a couple they need to pick up here on 3rd and short in overtime. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. And that is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And that's just not the possession they wanted, man. They just struggled. They couldn't put anything together. They forced the field goal unit on, and then he misses. Now all the other side needs is a field goal. They get a field goal, and this game's over.
First down, and this defense is desperate. Any kind of score, and it's over. The run to the left. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Man, you played this whole game back and forth, into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the ball and not put it in jeopardy by throwing passes, that's a great way to finish the deal. Auburn ready to go back to work after getting another first down. Going to the running game. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. They're already in position for a potential game-winning field goal here on 1st and goal in overtime. He got it in, and the celebration is on. A walk-off touchdown in OT. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
He's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Paul.